And next, we're going to hear from a dear friend of mine, Mary Quinn. Mary is currently the Executive Director for Intelligence at TSA, and she will discuss the importance of crucial conversations.
Thank you. Please excuse my whoopee of my slides, but I want to make sure that I get the key points. So, crucial conversations is something which I think I first learned about from a woman named Elise. Perhaps you're familiar with her. I'm not talking about my current position, but a very profound experience that I had. I was on a joint duty assignment to OSD from DIA, and I was tasked with a project that was going to assess the state of the analytic community. And I knew, oh, this is an easy task, and it's not fraught with a bunch of discussions of people's missions, people's resources, a whole lot of things. And so I said, if we're gonna do this, I'm gonna be associated with it, and I've built up my hallway file as far as people know that I will be honest and do this the right way. So I did an extensive review of the companies that we would work with to be collecting the data and talk to a lot of people as far as who would be a good graybeard to oversee this program, and had done all my due diligence. And the first indicator that maybe it wasn't gonna go the way I thought it was gonna go was when they said, that's very nice, Mary, but this is the company you're gonna use, and this is gonna be your graybeard. And I said, okay. So we proceeded to go out and we did site visits, and I think that is really important as far as why this was a challenge to me, was there was a lot of people that I worked with in the services and the combatant commands and across the intelligence community who said, we're always a little skeptical of these studies that are directed by Congress, but we trust you, because I had been honest with people and very transparent conversation before then. So I said, okay, we'll go out, and we collected the data. And we started doing our preliminary analysis to report back, and it wasn't the results that everyone wanted to hear. So I said, okay, you can sort of massage some of the data, but I wrote a polite response to my bosses saying, if we tinker with this data, the people that we talk to will know it, and we're going to cause more problems. So just make an informed decision. And their informed decision was, I was told that I was being sent back to DIA, that my detail had been curtailed, effective in 2 days. So not what I thought was going to happen. And also for context, as far as understanding sort of where my headspace was at this point, I was also going through, I had just completed surgery for cancer and was doing all my radiation treatment. And I'd been like, but I made a commitment, a personal commitment to this study. I'm going to do it the right way and power through. So I go back to DIA and was maybe not the cheeriest person around, and was sort of sulking in my office, and it was a job that I could do that was an important job, but still. So my boss at the time, who I knew, but I didn't know that well, Chris Bourdin, for any of you that know her, who is an amazing boss, she called me into her office and she said, Mary, I don't know you that well, but I do know that the people that are on your team were really excited to have you back because they've worked with you, they know you, they trust you. And you coming in sulky every day and angry is going to undo a lot of the good work that they've been doing, and it's going to undo the reputation that you've spent years building up. So you need to figure out how you're going to get your head around this. I understand why the project was important to you, but there were political other things going on that were beyond your control. You need to figure out how you are going to move on. So I went home that weekend, had a good full sulk, and then came in on Monday and engaged with the team. And it ended up being a really successful team. But one of the things that I thought was really important to learn from that was I appreciated that Chris was like, Mary, You have too much at stake here for you to have this, to behave this way. And it was not an easy conversation for her to have or for me to hear, but it was very important. And I think that, so the crucial conversations are, as a leader, you need to be able to have crucial conversations with your bosses and with your colleagues. It may not always go well, but harping on some of the points that people have made already, you need to live with yourself longer, and you need to be true to yourself. And you also need to create an environment where the people that work for you can say, I think I know what you're trying to do. It's not resonating the right way. You need to be able to hear that, because the importance of the teams of doing the right thing, being consistent in your guidance, and being true to yourself are extremely important and will last way longer than any particular project. As we've also noticed, there's a lot of important work that's going on in national security. So even though this one project got redirected, there was a lot of other important work that I could do and to focus on that. So I would just say to you all, be true to yourself, be willing to hear constructive criticism and take it on, and understand you're not necessarily going to like it when you first hear it, but take it on and learn from that, and be also willing to hear it from people from all parts of your team, because we do nothing unless we are working together. That is my guidance to you all. Thanks very much.